gets berated on the podcast we've created. To commemorate action flicks, big horror, no tricks. John Travolta, Chuck Norris, insane clown posse, no fuss, no mercy, we discuss. Everything gets berated, no one is underrated. From the screen to the stage, except a new cage. No mercy, we engage.
Welcome to Everything Gets Berated, where we talk about everything other than indie horror and sometimes Arnold movies from the 80s.
Dude, there's so many that, you know.
I know, like Commando.
Dude, that's
Predator,
like one of my... Dude.
And we picked The Running Man.
Yeah.
People
Total
must think
Recall.
we hate them.
No, dude.
It's like we pick... What was that Chuck Norris and a ninja assassin movie?
Well, that one sucked. The Octagon.
We must... Chuck Norris must be like, these motherfuckers.
He's like, these guys, they pick good movies for other people, but my
But not
movie...
for me.
No, like, eventually we're going to do Lone Wolf McCloud.
We'll get there.
McQuaid.
Yeah.
And like I think I liked that movie when I was a kid.
The President's Man too.
Nope.
A Line in the Sand.
He's like, draw that, you know. But like, you know, all these movies that we do, like we saw them as a kid and we're like, dude, those were cool movies. And so now we're rewatching them as adults. And we're like, okay.
I mean, okay, there were moments in this where I was like, wait, what? Like, but I feel like maybe that's intentional. But no, I had a random thought while I was watching this. Okay, so you know, like thinking 80s, like Kenny Loggins did the song Highway or did Danger Zone, right?
Danger Zone.
You know, yeah, you know what song I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
So he did a Christmas album like 3 or 4, a few years later. Like he called it like, you know, like Christmas music with Kenny Loggins or something like that. Like some just random generic name.
How did he come up with such a enticing name?
It was not enticing at all. But like he could have called that album Highway to the Manger Zone.
Oh, he could have. He could have. You got to hurry up and what is that? Like copy that, right? Copyright that word.
I know.
You see? But
so today, well, how would you describe The Running Man before I get into all the particulars on this?
Like, you want my gist right now or after you get in your particulars?
I can do the particulars first.
Go for it, and then I'll just see if I am in cahoots with it.
So, The Running Man. There we go. Now that there's 2 of them, it's the second option down. So this is directed by Paul Michael Glaser and starring, of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Maria Conchita Alonso,
that lady,
Yaphet Kotto, Jim Brown, the former NFL running back and rushing yards leader, Jesse the Body Ventura, or Jesse the Mind, if you know him as the governor,
right?
And Erland Van Lith, the opera singing Electric Man.
Electro.
He was Dynamo. Yeah, but
I remember that dude.
The IMDb gist is: in a future dystopian America, a wrongfully accused and convicted policeman gets his shot at freedom when he's forced to participate in a TV game show where convicts called runners must battle killers for their freedom.
Nah.
I mean, it's close. It's a little...
I mean, you can't tell the whole thing, you know?
Yeah.
Because for real, though, it was basically this dude was trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
But then these haters in the media were like nonstop telling lies about him, trying to make the nation hate him for no reason.
Fake video.
Yeah. But
they faked like a whole minute of an actual video, right?
Yeah. But that's the gist. Is basically this dude was trying to do the right thing, and then all these haters in the media were nonstop telling lies about him trying to get the whole nation to hate him for some unknown reason. But if people just open up their fucking eyes and they'd see that he's not a bad guy, it's actually social media that is a bad guy.
National media, or I mean, state media.
Yeah.
Because I guess it's state-run media now.
I thought it was pretty funny how they said that this took place in 2017.
This looked nothing like 2017. Even if you were in the 80s and you were like, 2017 looks like this, like it wouldn't look like this.
And then, did you notice the typo with no space and the comma in the opening story?
I did not notice that.
Oh, dude. There's typo, everybody. Go back and look at it.
I gotta find it now.
Yeah. And so it opens with Arnold. And like I said, he was a good guy who was refusing to kill 1,500 women and children who were just rioting for food.
So this feels a little bit like, because in the 80s we had the Cold War. So I feel like they're maybe drawing a bit off of that, where Russia and China were kind of the bad guys in the 80s.
Maybe he was just in that helicopter and he got jumped so fast. Like they all knew that they're just like, hey, man, I know that Arnold's going to do the right thing tonight. We're up in the air. So we need to just hurry up and beat his ass. As soon as they say green light, just go for it, man.
The fucking helicopter fight, which that would be scary as hell. You're like 1,000+ feet in the air.
Yeah, if you fall.
And he almost fell out of the helicopter. And they were going to let him, but then the one guy was like, we have to bring him back alive. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know if you noticed, but one guy, everybody's loading their weapons, right?
Mm-hmm.
One guy turns his weapon upside down and puts the magazine in.
Yeah.
The guy at the far end of the helicopter, which I've never seen anybody load a magazine like that.
He needs gravity to help him. Like I said, he's just one of those crybaby nerds that are trying to get media to make somebody look bad, even though they're not. He can't load a gun vertically. He has to let gravity help him push it down.
Which, I mean, it's not a banana clip, but it's like banana clip shaped. I mean, you can do that with the gun, with the weapon down easily enough.
I'm surprised he didn't put it in his mouth and then put it in the gun.
I mean, seriously, that's how ridiculous it looked. That was the only thing I noticed.
Dude, it was hilarious. But then what? All of a sudden, the next, he's like, they sent him to like some kind of labor camp.
A military labor camp.
And he had that beard, dude. Arnold, I know you listen to this. Bring your beard back, bro.
So I'm assuming the beard was supposed to mean like time has passed.
Maybe like a week.
Like,
because his beard is official.
Oh, yeah, he is. He's he's probably got a lot of testosterone, so it's probably a week.
Yeah. And then I remember, I don't know who the black dude is, but I just remember him as a kid in this movie. And like the black dude was always just some creeper to me, like with that messed up hair.
He's like, his hair's so like unkempt and like
looks like
popping out of different spots. Like,
yeah, that guy was so like, it looked like he was so greasy and sweaty.
Which, okay, so that's Yaphet Kotto, who he was also the bad guy in the James Bond, the Voodoo James Bond that took place in Louisiana or in New Orleans.
I just remember that dude, like,
he's the drug dealer that was going to give away $1 billion of cocaine to get the world addicted to drugs. That was his evil plan. Doesn't seem like a good business plan, but he was all he did like a bunch of TV too.
I just remember as a kid seeing that guy and being like, God, that guy's super creepy looking, And so then I love it, like the movies where, so what? Those three guys. There was the nerdy guy, and there was the black dude, and there was Arnold, and they put this.
Well, basically, Arnold is like given an ultimatum, like either you join the Running Man, which is a TV show, a 3-hour weekly TV show where like convicts fight for their lives against these people out to kill them, and look, I just remember that was a scary camp too.
because then they put those collars on people. We'll get to that in a second. But
okay, the one guy.
Well, yeah, we'll get to him. And
they told him to stop running.
Yeah, but so basically they made this plan where they were going to fight, and distract the guards and all that other stuff. And so we're skipping over the funniest parts of the lines. Give you a lift, and then like he'll pick somebody up and throw them.
Yeah,
and you're just like, damn it! Like who was like, okay, board team, what's going to be good in these movies? Punchlines, and then he's like
one-liners.
Exactly, So then Arnold the black guy get into a fight.
Yeah,
to distract the guards. Yeah, and so then that black dude goes up to Arnold. He's like, "That's a hell of an actor," and Arnold's like, "Who's acting? You're still alive, aren't you?" Like, okay, bro. Calm down. You're not that tough. And then, so basically it worked. They distracted him. And then the nerdy guy, right, like hacked into the system and started disarming it.
Well, it took him like multiple opportunities. And then as he's trying to figure it out, because he keeps disarming and it keeps rearming, the one dude just runs. And Chico
had no patience.
And then he passes like the first or second tower thing, and like his head pops off.
Well, it set the bomb, and then it started playing that song. You're just like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
Like, but it was even more messed up. It's like as soon as he ran and his head popped off and blew up, then all of a sudden you see the lights turn green, like, okay, guys, it's safe to go now.
Yeah. You could have just waited a minute.
Waited like what, not even 3 seconds.
Yeah. Just
like, I'm going for it, motherfuckers. And
he heard freedom.
Mm-hmm.
And he was gone. He was gone. He was done.
Yep. So then they're in LA with just a bunch of homeless people. So I'm pretty sure that was pretty accurate for being in 2017.
Oh yeah, they're in
26.
like a dystopian homeless
right
area. Yeah.
But
they nailed the look. That's what it looks like.
Arnold, the black dude, and the nerd, they all dress up like freaking village people, and they're trying to escape the city, right? And then they all
seemingly go their separate ways.
Yeah, and then it shows the TV host, and they're all like the bad guys, and he actually gets hit with a mop, and he basically fires that dude.
Oh yeah, and he does it in like a dickish way. He's like, "It's okay, it's fine," and then he gets on the elevator and he says, "Make sure he's not here tomorrow.
If he's here tomorrow, you won't be," or something.
Yeah.
You're just like,
okay, the host is Richard Dawson, which I don't know if you remember him, but he was the host of the Family Feud in the 70s, and he is known for being visibly drunk on the job and hitting on women and being inappropriately touching other people's sisters and wives on live television.
Oh yeah, that dude. But I mean, that was back in like the 60s and 70s
when it was okay, right?
Yeah. I'm just saying, times are different, man.
I mean, I kind of feel like maybe he's not really acting and he sort of just leaned into,
I'm just saying, how many times has like what's the Wheel of Fortune guy? How many times he got mono? You know how many women Bob Barker kissed in his, 150 years of, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe it was like, I don't know, like 60s, 70s, 80s. Everybody was just a little more affectionate. Personal bubbles didn't mean as much.
Yeah.
Everybody
it was a normal thing,
offended.
Man. Yeah. But that dude, so he's the star of that show where they kill these people.
The Running Man.
So then Arnold, he goes to like his brother's apartment, and it was super weird. Did you notice his brother had a Bowflex in like 1987?
I know.
You're like, oh, but
which apparently a Bowflex is a great place to tie somebody up.
It is super weird though. Some of these things that they get so accurate. Like, did you see that they made the movie so long ago, right? And when she goes into that apartment, she's just talking to devices like we currently do.
Yeah.
This was made in 87.
Yeah. They nailed it.
Like, eventually, could you imagine if you were the writer for this movie And there's like, no, Anthony, nobody's going to be able to go into a house and say something, turn on lights, and it's going to turn on your lights. That's stupid. Nobody's ever going to believe that. Nobody's ever going to do that. And then all of a sudden you're alive, and then the devices come out. You'd be like, you son of a bitch. You know, I lost my job because of you.
Called it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then the girl, she's, right. Was that her brother? Was Arnold her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, or
no,
he used to live in the
just
apartment?
happened to be her boyfriend, or no, his brother moved out a month prior, and she had moved in, and he just happened upon her.
Yeah. So, I mean, you've been working out recently. Do you get into your lingerie before you work out, or do you wear normal, like, athletic clothes?
I wear athletic clothes. All right. I get comfortable.
All right. Well, apparently that's not in 2017. 2017,
like
you
her
put on
90
lingerie, and then you go work out.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So Arnold goes in and gets her, and she's, thankfully in her lingerie working out. Right. So then he calls to talk to the Justice Department and the Entertainment Division about getting Arnold for his show. So that dude calls, and he's like, I need to get Arnold for my show. And he calls up the Justice Department.
Well, yeah,
the Justice Department and the Entertainment Division, are they the same?
I think what they're trying to say is TV is now controlled by the state, and they control everything. Therefore, anything you do has to be run through them. Which, that's another thing they might be getting close to.
Maybe. Because there's some people that are supposed to be testifying today, but, it's not being shown until later on for some reason. But, so then Arnold is basically talking to that woman, and he's like, hey, I need your help getting the hell out of here before they try to catch me. And she's like, why should I help you? And he goes, because I'm going to say please. And then he lifts up the bed with one hand and lifts up the floorboards and all that shit.
I mean, which, for being a good guy, I don't love his energy. Like, it feels weird.
I can understand it. He's a good guy, and he just spent all that time in prison where they were potentially going to try to murder him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have wood floors. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you screw your bed down to your wood floors?
No.
Why?
Because you're going to wreck the floor.
Dude, so many weird things. Like, I'm going to ask, please. And then he just rips it up. And you're just like, you know how much replacing your floor is going to cost, man?
There's a few things that he does before, we kick off the whole game show scenario that, like, if you were to look at this from the other side, he is not the good guy.
No, he is. Dude,
he is the good guy.
I 100% support anybody who is innocent, and then people go after them for no reason, just because they don't like that person. That person has every right to go back at those people who try to take that person out.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm just like, the way I saw it, it kind of feels like they're playing the 50-50 early on, even though he's innocent. Like, he's been driven to these lengths that he has to kind of.
But you don't know he's innocent because there's the video of him beating up all those people in the helicopter, and then him shooting 1,500 women and children starving.
Yeah.
So, dude, and this was the lamest part of the movie, okay? So they're getting ready to go. They're in LA. They're leaving to go to Hawaii, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he gets busted. And so he starts running on the tarmac, right? The tarmac. Do you remember how they took him out?
They just shoot him with a net.
Really?
A net gun.
Dude, do those things really work? Like, every time, like on Jackass, it never worked. Every time on all this stuff, it's like a 3 foot by 3 foot net. How tall are you? Exactly. That 3 foot by 3 foot
works.
Net isn't gonna work, man.
I'm pretty sure that the stunt guy just had to fall immediately when the net hit him. Otherwise, he could have just kept running. But this could have been avoided if you don't run in a straight line. Just run in a serpentine pattern. Go zigzag. Be a moving target.
I still just, you're such a big man. and to be taken out by like a 2 foot by 2 foot net.
It
Like,
feels
how much could that
unbecoming.
thing really have weighed? That looks like it's a fishing net. Like even those like fishermen who take that circle net and like spin and throw it in the air and it catches all those fish. Those fishing nets are bigger and probably heavier than the ones they shot at Arnold.
Yeah.
You know? So, what do you call it? So then what? They basically get Arnold, right? And they're like, tell him like, hey, if you don't compete in this, then your friends will take your place.
Yes.
I would be like, if my friends take my place, I still get to leave, right?
Well, no, I think they tell him, like, if you don't compete, you can't help your friends. They won't be able to finish this without you.
No, I think they said his friends will be in his place. So I would have been like, all right, well, we weren't friends. We were prison buddies.
Which, if that's the case, they lied because they're all in there.
Yeah. And then they give him like this gigantic shot vial of like liquid combo. I don't know what the hell that was.
Like in the bicep?
I don't remember, but
or in the leg. There was 2, right?
I just remember. And then they're like, okay, you have overnight to prep. Like,
and he gets his court-appointed entertainment agent.
But at the same time, it's like, okay, get a good night's sleep. Tomorrow we're going to try to hunt you down and murder you. Wait a second. What? I don't get any kind of like, let me stay in jail for like a week to get ready. You know what I'm saying? Anything like that?
No. We're shooting tomorrow.
Yeah. And then the girl where was she? She was at a bar, right?
Oh, yeah. She's at a bar.
And she's watching the news.
Yeah.
And she realized that it's all lies. Right? And the show. What?
Yeah, that's when she realizes that, maybe this guy isn't the bad guy.
So, dude, I don't think the movie wasn't that far off, man. Because then the news cuts to a show called Climbing for Dollars.
Oh, and again, yes, I love Climbing for Dollars. If they made Climbing for Dollars, I'm pretty sure
it's called Jackass.
It
was just people doing these shows, like being attacked by Dobermans.
Okay, so
like what?
Interestingly enough, there was a match in WWE, I want to say like early 2000s, where they created the storyline where Al Snow has this dog named Pepper, and the big boss man, murders his dog, and he feeds his dog to him. And it's supposed to create a match at a pay-per-view. And the gimmick of this match is they're in a steel cage and there's dogs surrounding the ring. And if you leave the ring, the dogs can get you.
Okay.
And the problem with this match was they had to pick dogs that wouldn't attack people. So these are like the nicest dogs you've ever met.
Oh, that's good.
And it didn't work.
Man, that.
But Climbing for Dollars, that dude is going to get messed up if he does not stay at the top of that rope.
Somebody went into a boardroom. They're like, hey, what are your thoughts on freaking men being mauled by dogs? Like, okay, you had my attention at men. like what?
Where do we get some violent dogs? This feels like that Dr. Evil conversation. I need sharks with frickin' laser beams.
Yes. And then the showgirls start dancing like shitty MC Hammer typewriter. Like their legs are spread and they're just bouncing left and right. Like you're like, dude, come on, man. It's 2017. You girls know how to shake that ass already.
It's 80s dance troupe in 2017.
But again, they were pretty spot on because they went to a vending machine. There was $6 for something in a vending machine.
Yes.
And I was like, yep, that's pretty accurate right now.
Do you have 24 quarters?
Jesus. He's like, oh, I'm about and then could you imagine if you put like a $10 bill in, that they're really going to give you back 16 quarters. And you're just like,
I know. Those are some heavy ass pockets.
My kid, he has vending machines at his school now, and I hate it because remember back in the day, they used to give you change, like big change, I guess. Like he could put a $5 bill in there and get something that's $1.
Yeah.
And they give him 4 gold coins back. And I was like, I hate these the gold dollars.
Oh, so like it's $1?
Yeah, it's $1,
Okay.
but it's gold. It's the Sacagawea gold dollar coins.
Okay.
But
cool.
if you put a $10 bill in there, no. Why does your freaking vending machine need to do it? Dude, if the highest thing in your vending machine is $2, I don't know. I guess the $5 bill would be okay, but I just hate that he always comes home and he's like, yeah, I got these gold dollars again. I was like, damn it. Get him out of his face. Because like sometimes like he's like, can I have a wallet? And I was like, what do you need a wallet for? And he's like, to put my money in. I was like, you don't have any bills? I said, all you got is change. I said, son, change never goes in wallets, man. I said, if you got
need
change,
a little coin bag.
He's a boy.
You need.
He's a man.
That's why I didn't say purse. I said bag.
Nope. They can go in your pocket. Or let's go to the bank sometime. So the show gets broadcast like everywhere, right?
But yeah, so was it before or after the broadcast starts that the the lady who was abducted, Amber Mendez, she goes and looks for the actual videotape?
I think it was just before.
Yeah, and she gets caught, right?
I don't remember. I just remember that there was that gigantic TV that the homeless people were watching. You're just like, wait a second.
And they're all
betting.
betting.
Where'd that big TV come from that the homeless people are watching?
I know.
Right? And so then I think his person comes up and he has to sign the contract.
That was one of my favorite parts.
Because again, one of those one-liners, don't forget to send me a copy, and then stabs him like right in his
in his solar plexus.
Middle of his back.
Yeah.
So he can't freaking touch it.
And he limps off shrieking.
When I was in ninth grade, there was this asshole in our art class. He was always an asshole, dude. And you know me, I stick up for people. You know, I'm not rude. I don't bully. I stick up for the people that are being picked on. But if you deserve it, then unfortunately you deserve it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This kid in art class was such a rude. No, I was in 8th grade. He was in 7th grade. And he's talking all this shit to a 9th grader. And so the 9th grader grabs, I don't know if it was a yardstick or a meter stick. What's the difference between a meter and a yard?
I'm
a yard is like 3 feet. I think a meter is like 3 feet 5 inches or something stupid.
They're really close. I know.
You know what I'm saying? So he grabs one of those rulers and hits the dude between his shoulder blades. And so the kid's all trying to reach like this, and he was trying to trying to reach the center of his back to rub it because it just got hit. Oh my God, that kid. So you think that kid would learn a lesson, right? No, because then when I was, I think I was a junior and he was a sophomore, I was a senior and he was a junior. I was a teacher's aide and he was still talking all this shit to everybody. And so I was like, dude, do you not remember in 7th grade when you got hit in the back? He's like, yeah, real funny story, huh? And I was like, it is. I still fucking cry to this day every time I tell that story out loud. Just the fact that you tried to touch and he kept switching his arms, thinking he could get to a deeper thing. Yeah. Funniest shit I've ever seen, man.
That's awesome. That is good revenge. It's well thought out too.
Yeah. So then
a stinger right in the middle.
Dude, it was because if you get him in the arm, then he can rub his arm and he'll feel better. But if you get him in the center of the back, he can't rub it to feel better. So it stings even more, dude. Yeah. And then he couldn't do anything because the 9th grader was a big dude, But the funny thing was the 9th grader was a nice guy. He just got tired of this punk kid doing all this dumb shit. But anyways, they edit that opening scene, right? That's the video. So now I think they find that video. And we're always in the helicopter. And they make it look like he's the bad guy. Yeah. And they're like, Arnold, don't shoot those women and children. He goes, the hell with you.
I'm gonna do it.
The hell with you, and then start shooting up the kids, and you're just like, I don't think that is
Are we
what
sure?
happened.
Are we sure that's what happened? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then those three dudes, they're in like these like cart things, right?
Yeah, it's like they get shot down this tunnel in like locked into a cart and like come out the other end and like they're in the game.
And did you see how they look different than Arnold's? I'm pretty sure. Like his friends looked like hella gay in theirs. Like they were suspending their air, but like their butts were like in this weird position. Like, you know, like instead of like sitting down in it, like a bobsled or something, like they have like their face down, ass up in this thing. And you're just like, dude, if you don't
I think this was like a one size fits all situation, and they were just trying to get people into these things, and they didn't really think about it, like body size.
I'd say, can I sit in mine? I don't want to be in like the crotch rocket position, because if my face is down, ass up, and I can't get out of my cart, and a homeless guy comes up to me, I'm tied up. You know, I've seen Deliverance. Yeah, I know what can happen.
I mean, but I guess it gets you into the game. So
on the flip side, though, that tunnel, if it was safe, it did look pretty fun to ride that tunnel.
They were going crazy fast
until the very end when it shot you out and you hit that wall. That part probably didn't test that for safety at all.
No. I don't think they were worried about safety tremendously.
Yeah.
If you survive, you get to, fight for your life.
And so now this is the part where now they're all down there running around freaking the Tenderloin district. And they start calling up the gladiators or whatever these people were called.
Which the first one is Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
He's a goalie gear wearing guy with a metal blade stick.
Dude.
Like a hockey stick. I
just remember that there was this nerd and then he like fell into like the fetal position around his hockey stick and they shot him into the goal.
And the goal like closes on him.
Yeah.
So what was the purpose there? Like, if only one person goes into the goal, like
they probably have to they probably get a bonus for killing people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the issue with that part was, sometimes the blade is sharp because they're getting hit with this blade, and it's supposed to be sharp on both sides, right? And then sometimes this blade is just dull, and they're getting whacked with it.
Yeah. Then Arnold got knocked out.
Yeah, but he doesn't get cut.
Well, maybe only one half, like a sword. The back half. Like if you got hit with the back of a sword, that'd be like, oh God, that hurt. Like it probably hurts. I don't even know, man. I don't know if it'd be hurt worse to get cut by a sword or to get hit by that blunt object, because it's going to leave a deep bruise.
It probably would, but a deep bruise is better than losing your head.
Yeah, and then. I like how Arnold killed Sub-Zero and everybody was all sad.
But then that was my question was like, so because they didn't explain it until maybe 5 or 10 minutes later, but like, what's the scenario here? Has nobody ever taken out one of the killers, or has like this doesn't happen very often? What's the situation?
Well, I think that because later on in the movie, they edit those movies. So they edit them, so people did kill the whatever.
Because the past winners they found burned by the flamethrower guy.
Yeah. And then I thought that there was a couple gladiators that had been murdered too.
Yeah.
But
which I'm assuming to win, you have to kill the gladiators. Everybody. Yeah.
Because
you can't just run the entire time.
Oh, other movie we might have to do? That Van Damme where he's hunted, like the big game.
Oh, that would be good.
Where they're like, hey, you have 24 hours. If you survive after 24 hours, then you win.
That could be a good one.
But yeah, Arnold killed Sub-Zero and everybody was so mad. And like, I don't know, like I'm pretty sure that like my grandma wouldn't be like, hey, Brian, are there UFC fights on tonight? You know, and that's like a professional fight. Like he's like, oh, is anybody going to be murdered this evening?
Which
I've got some Brothers originals.
This crowd is it's trending to the older age.
But it's hilarious because like if a quote bad guy kills a gladiator, everybody's all mad. But when the gladiator kills the bad guy, everybody's like, hell yeah. And you're just like, all right, well. But it was funny because like Arnold strangled him and cut his throat with like a razor wire. And then once again.
Loose piece of board that he pulls off and twists him up.
But there he goes. Yeah, he was a pain in the neck. You're like, you sly little devil. He freaking threw one in there.
So they all survived that. But
then they have to get stalkers.
Out. Stalkers, that's right. So they have to get out before the gas hits.
Well, so the next set of stalkers come out. And then I remember Dynamo comes out.
He is the opera singing, electrified man.
Yeah, and then I remember he sucked because he sang like a nerd.
And he looks like a Christmas tree.
Yep,
so Arnold says.
Then, yep. And then that's when they make that girl into a contestant.
So then Amber becomes a contestant. And apparently her crime is having sex with multiple men. And
did you hear how many men?
2 or 3 men at a time.
In a year, not at a time. Year. In a year.
This is like purity culture on steroids. It's amazing. Like,
so I mean, they're making lies about her, but that's pretty funny because they're like 2 or 3 times suitors. A year.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, hold on. Wait till the 70s come and Quaaludes are invented.
Well, so she takes good care of herself and men find her attractive? Okay. I mean,
I guess it would just depend on, you know, if it's 2 or 3 men a year for 20 years, then all right.
60 men.
That's getting up there.
But then they also say she cheated on tests, but it's like, are any of these crimes? Because none of these feel like crimes. These feel like social indiscretions at best.
Yeah. You know, like, yeah, she's a loosey-goosey, but did she give anybody AIDS? But I mean, at the same time, 2 or 3 men a year. Like, wait till Maury show's invented. And then there's a woman who goes on there who doesn't know 15 men are a baby's dad.
Yeah.
I mean, she banged 15 dudes in a week. But she's not on the running, man.
Wait until, paternity court.
Wait till this woman named Bonnie Blue comes around.
Oh, my God.
But I don't remember who said it, but there is that quote. It says, the uplinks are underground. And he's like, if you don't shut up, I'm going to uplink your ass and you'll be underground.
Oh, yeah.
You're not tough, man.
I remember that. And so the nerdy dude is noticing where the satellites are pointing, and he's trying to find the control center because they've spent 5 years trying to infiltrate the game and find the control center so they can shut this down.
Yeah. And then Arnold takes out that buzzsaw dude by wrapping a rope around.
Yeah, so Buzzsaw and Dynamo. Yeah, so he but do you remember Buzzsaw plays possum and pretends he's dead, and then they get into a close fight before he takes him out?
Well, I remember Buzzsaw, they teamed up to try to fight him.
Yeah.
And then he's like, the saw's a part of me, now I'm going to make it a part of you. And then Arnold's, again, came with that banger. He's like, it's okay, keep it. And then he chops his balls, and then he sings that super high note.
But I love that little joke at Dynamo, because the first thing we hear him do is hit a soprano. I'm sorry, medium, low, and high. I'm not allowed to say that anymore.
Oh yeah, no, fuck you guys. Yeah, you guys can fuck off. That's what I'm gonna say. It's sexist to say about music. Yep, you're fucking a nerd.
It's been around for 400 years or whatever.
Yeah, eat a fat dick. So then the nerd, he gets hit with lightning bolts. Like, damn, bro.
Yeah, he gets taken out quick. But he told the numbers because he's hacking the system to Amber. So
yeah,
Amber is going to be the key to them hacking the system.
Yeah, and then when Arnold Schwarzenegger, when Dynamo, he's really not dead. He was just playing possum, like you said. When he fights Arnold, they play that "Flight of the Bumblebee" song.
Oh yeah,
You're like, really? That's the song you fight to?
I mean, he is an opera singer, right?
Yeah, and then he flips in his car and he gets stuck like a bitch. And he asks to like cut the commercials. He's like, cut the commercials, cut the commercials. See, I love it. Well, like when people are rude and they're perfectly fine with it, but as soon as the tables get turned on them, they start acting like a bitch.
Yeah.
You know, like all those people that get caught murdering people and then they go to court and they're crying like, oh, I'm so sorry. No, you're not. You're sorry because you got caught.
Yeah.
Same with Dynamo. You're not sorry. You're sorry because you got caught and now you're about to get murdered by Arnold. All right. Yeah. And so then they didn't cut to commercial, remember? Because Arnold spared his life.
Yeah, he has that pole and he stabs the seat instead of stabbing him and just leaves him there.
Or maybe, I don't remember. I think they cut it right when he goes to stab him.
Well, no, they see him not stab. Like the crowd sees him not stab the guy, and then all of a sudden they start booing that he spared his life, which felt very confusing to me because they got mad that the stalker died, but now he saves a stalker, and you're not happy that he saved a stalker. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, but then comes another banger where they ask him like, "Hey, where's Buzzsaw?" And then he's like, "He had to split." Like, dude, enough, damn it. I don't know what's better, dad jokes or freaking one-liners.
Arnold one-liners,
you know. So then that old ass black dude who retired 36 years ago, he comes out as Fireball with like a flamethrower.
Well, yeah, because we saw him a couple times and he's like concerned, but at the party, but you don't know who he is.
Yeah, but at the same time, you just saw Arnold kill all those people. And then you really think to yourself, like, you know what? I can beat him. I'm an old-ass fucking black guy with a jetpack. No, you fucking can't, dude. That's the biggest thing. Like, Anthony, I give you permission. If me and you and 10 of our friends go out and somebody beats up all of us, don't be the last one to be like, you know what? You just beat up 10 of my friends. I think I can fight you. No. Yeah. Just
they're
go
younger.
Home, man.
They're able-bodied.
We lost the fight.
It's over. Right? Sorry.
And I'm sorry, any of my friends. If I saw somebody beat up 10 of my friends, I'd be like, no, I'm not going to try. I'm not going to be the 11th one. Come on, man. You know?
Yeah. So, I mean, now this is kind of when like everybody's like, you know, gimmick or their thing becomes their undoing.
It reminds me of the what was the Hulk Hogan movie?
Oh, Over the Top.
Don't ever say Over the Top again.
Not Over the Top. Sorry, no. Wrong one. Wrong
Over
one.
The Top.
Not.
Bound in Blood or some shit. I don't know.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, but. So it was those ones where the people showed up to be like bad guys, you know, and there's like, bring a costume. I'll be like, you know what? I'm a bad guy. I don't dress up.
Yeah. No holds barred.
No holds barred.
Not over the top.
But, you know, and then in freaking The Last Dragon 2, remember there's like, okay, we're looking for bad guys. Come dressed up in your coolest outfit. I'd be like, is this serious? Or
like, are we cosplaying or are we fighting here? Like, you don't need an outfit. You don't need a gimmick. You just need to be tough.
Are you a bad guy, but you really want to be a freaking cosplayer? Like, dressed up in your Sunday's best and get your ass down here.
Do you want to look like an 80s wrestler? What you gonna do, brother?
So then another thing is like the girl starts fighting with Arnold and she wants to go her own way.
Yeah.
Right? If I was Arnold, I'd say, all right, fuck you then. Bye.
Yeah. But
and
no,
I'd
he wants
let
to
you
protect
leave.
her.
Yeah. I'd say go. Like, you can only protect people so much, you know?
Yeah.
And then this is where she finds like a burnt body in like a bathtub.
Oh, yeah.
And it turns out. What?
She screams and gives herself away.
Yeah. And so then it turns out that's all those old players and they were last season's winners.
Yes.
Nope, just kidding. They were last season's losers.
You signed the contract and got smoked.
Dun, dun, dun. And then they start figuring out all this shit's a lie, even though they, probably should have figured out when they put them in there and they said they were the bad guys.
Yeah.
And then Arnold, he takes that flamethrower guy and he rips his line and the flamethrower starts screaming like a little bitch. And
yeah, because
like,
there's gas in the air. Like,
yeah, like cut to commercial. Like that's going to do anything for you.
No, you're still dead.
Yeah. Cut to commercials. Cut to commercials. No. So then what? After he covers that dude with all of his gas line and shit like that, he's like, how about a light?
And he throws a road flare at him.
What a hothead. And you're like, damn, Arnold's just coming correct.
Which, I don't think I'd want to be at that doorway when I throw that, because that's going to be a fucking fireball. Like, you want to run.
Yeah.
You need space to burn out.
Yep. And then
he's at the doorway and just stands there, which, okay, I guess this defies physics, but okay.
It goes backwards, just close a step to the left. But then they call another person to wardrobe.
They call, is this when we get Jesse?
I think so.
Which, okay, this one is my favorite part because everybody has these dumbass gimmicks that they're doing, like some crappy wrestler. And he's the first one. He's wearing this like Teflon plastics looking thing on his chest. And you think he's complaining that he doesn't want to go fight him. But no, he's complaining that he doesn't want to wear it.
Yeah, because you don't want to look like a nerd. This potentially is going to be the last time that you live.
Yes.
And you want to be dressed like a nerd?
A big doofus.
And like, that's the thing is you see Arnold killing all these people. And then it's like, hey, you're up, bro. So then he by far had the shittiest knockoff like Walmart robot Halloween costume. It was made out of like all that shiny plastic. It looked like metal, but it's literally was just like it was falling off of him when he was walking.
Like
that's why
the
he was
one
so
arm,
pissed.
he gave it like a good shake and it just flew off.
Yeah. You can't stretch in those. How are you going to give somebody a good punch?
There's no movement in that. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. And then what? There was that fake fight scene where like Ragdoll throws her on a razor wire and then rips Arnold's hair.
Well, because
and then he runs into a spike wall.
They're panicking and they don't want Arnold to kill another stalker, so they're just going to give Arnold an out and tell him.
So it was all fake because they were found
you're dead, so we don't have to go after you anymore, but we're still going to go after you and you're going to get murdered like the rest of the winners.
Yeah. And they were found by a bunch of underground homeless tech people. And if you were a tech person, why were you homeless?
This is what happened to all the ex-Geek Squad members.
Yeah. And so then Arnold again comes through with it. He's like, I told Killian I'll be back. I don't want to be a liar. And you're just like, come on, man.
So then they're going to lead the resistance and destroy the show.
Mm-hmm. So then I think that she had this thingy that she gives to the tech homeless people. And she says that it's the original video of him before they edited it.
Well, yeah, because they had the original on file and she still had it when they put her in the game.
Yeah. And then he looks her up and down. He's like, where'd you hide that? And she says, none of your business. And then smiles.
Probably in her underwear.
Yep. 100% it was in her. Like, and then he just smiles and walks away knowing that he's going to hit that ass later.
Yeah. I mean, They have some good chemistry
too. Really, it'd be funny if he would have sniffed and be like, "I know where this was.
That was in your booty hole."
That's he's like, "This is your prison wallet. Why would you put it there? Why would you just put it in your muff?" You see? So then there's like an entire army, and they're like raiding the studio and trying to like show the real videos. So the homeless people became an army.
Well, yeah. So
like, we're gonna do this.
Well, and it turns from Arnold doesn't want to be a part of this to you guys need a leader or you're all gonna die in like less than a minute, and then he leads the resistance. Yeah,
because he don't want to be a liar.
Well, and even the other guy's like, we don't know shit about this, so why don't you're a cop? Go do this.
Oh yeah, he was a cop.
Yeah,
that's probably why he has that Leaderman tab. You know.
Yeah.
Yep. And then it's like, don't touch that dial. It's showtime. Showtime. Here we go.
Yeah. So they show their fake video, their fake ending, and they're presumably off the air at that point.
Yeah. So the two groups are shooting at each other, and like one guy's using his forearm as a stand for his gun while he's just shooting it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that would be a very stable place to shoot your gun.
That there's a few things in here as far as gun work that make zero sense, but I mean it's the 80s, so.
And then guess who freaking comes back? Dynamo. You would think that after 2 times he spared your life, that you would be like, you know what? I'm going home. I quit.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this anymore. Especially after you saw him murder all of those people. But no. Nerd Dynamo comes back singing with a vengeance, and then he gets killed by water.
Yeah,
he gets electrocuted. Like, what a loser, dude!
Everybody like has these massive weaknesses, and then they get taken out by their own weapon.
Mm-hmm. And then Arnold gets the host, and the host pleads for him, saying that it's just a show.
Well, yeah, this is after he's chased, or they've come in with the guns. All the audience is chased out, and it's just him and the host and the security guard.
But then here's the thing: is like he puts him in that cart and shoves him down the tube, right?
Yeah.
Why? There aren't any more people to kill him, and on top of that, nobody would kill him, even if you're just like, hey. Fireball, we need you downstairs. He'd be like, oh, that's my boss. I can't kill him.
Yeah, you know? I mean, the stalkers aren't going to kill him. Either that or he's just going to get stuck down there.
But then it was pretty funny because he launches into his own billboard, which apparently was made out of C4 and explosives.
That part was so confusing. That it just why do you have an exploding wall?
Blows up, dude. Like, what?
It's really cool.
Yeah, and then he's like, well, that hit the spot. And you're like, dude.
Because it's a soda advertisement.
You don't got any more in your chamber, do you?
That was so good. That was a good one.
Yeah. But what was so weird was just how fast people turn on people in this movie. You know? Like, when they showed the real movie in the audience, they instantly just turned. Like, how did they know which movie was real?
Yeah. I'd be confused.
Yeah. I'd be like, wait a second. Are we like, is he a good guy or a bad guy? You know, everybody's so quick to turn on each other. You're just like, what a crazy ass movie, right?
No.
And then to wrap it up, Arnold gets that ass, and everybody cheers for him.
And we get the 80s romance ballad.
Yeah, so he's gonna smash that ass tonight,
which
he should.
What is it? I Shazammed the song. It's Restless Heart by John Parr.
I love that song.
It was catchy.
I like that. And then same with Commando. Commando is one of my freaking favorite songs.
Yeah, they nailed it.
When we first moved back to California, I won this contest for my work where they gave me a $500 gift card to like Best Buy. The first thing I bought was a freaking Commando DVD. As you should.
You should, because it's gonna go from streaming service to rental to streaming service to rental, and if you want to watch it, you should just have it.
Yeah. Dylan, you son of a bitch. See? But yeah, and then that's the end. Arnold walks away, gets a happy ending, and it's a happy ending movie.
Mm-hmm. Which,
you see?
like, her turnaround from I hate you because you captured me and tied me up and, you know, tried to take me hostage, from I love you to I love you is a little, it's quick, but I get it, I guess.
But you see, it's all the same thing where he saved her life. So she has that obligation to spread them cheeks.
But did you notice as they're walking out the tunnel, he like grabs her by the neck?
He's like, if you ever.
I mean, it didn't look like, you know, don't do anything. It looked more like, I don't know, like claiming, I guess.
He is. He probably is like, you're mine tonight. He's like,
I mean, maybe she wanted to be claimed.
Well, I mean, I think that he had a lot of the rights to, you know? He was a nice guy, and she tried to turn him into the police, which got him arrested and almost murdered when he shouldn't have been. And then he saved her life multiple times and turned out that he was innocent, and she was a loosey-goosey. So, you know, I think with everything that happened in that hour and a half, he should have got it. There's deleted scene where it's just a penetration scene.
I mean,
what is it?
That is
Thunderbolt. Is that what's on Always Sunny?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's entirely possible. Like, what movie was it? Driven, the Sylvester Stallone kart movie.
What?
Like, there are tons of sex deleted scenes that they just didn't have a reason to put in the movie, but they filmed them.
I mean, I know a reason why to film them.
You got to get down and get down.
Exactly. You're like, I just want some boobies on me. And you're like, this doesn't make any sense. It's like, just film them. It's like, what? What? Okay. And there's just the deleted scenes. Like, it's just 90 minutes of dry humping.
Basically, yeah.
All right, and that was
that movie later.
The Running Man.
The Running Man. I mean, I love this movie. I've seen this movie like 15 times.
Yeah, I really like this one. It's just so funny watching movies as an adult that you watch as a kid. You're just like, dude, you know. Like, I still remember that nerd opera singer. I didn't like him. That black dude with the parted hair still was creepy. I still don't know why everybody kept going down there after everybody was being murdered. You know, it's just their ego.
Yeah. Well, they were all under contract by the state. It's either, you know, do your job or the state will kill you.
Dang. What was like, oh, I got to retire tomorrow. You got one more show in you, Murtaugh. See?
I mean, which Jesse gets off easy.
I thought that he killed Jesse, though.
Did he? Maybe I missed that.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I thought they were fighting and he...
Oh, yeah, maybe, yeah.
I don't remember. But,
yeah,
all right.
So that's The Running Man.
The freaking Running Man. The Catalina wine mixer.
Pa.
So, all right, then.
Well,
freaking till next time.
Yeah, thank you for listening.
Thank you.